Hello, and welcome to Session 12 of the Waterdeep Dragon Heist Campaign Diary. My name is Ray, and the channel's name is Ray Tales. It is late afternoon, early evening on the 18th day of Marpenoth. As the group leaves the yawning portal, Sadek sees a green flying snake hovering outside of the tavern. It has a note for her to come see Davil. The note says to meet Davil at the yawning portal at 6 p.m. tonight. It is decided the group will go see the Blackstaff. The group visits Blackstaff Tower to talk with Vajra. They tell Vajra about Bolin Bowler's offer to find the Stone of Galore and obtain the Staff of Agrion. Vajra agrees to pay for 2 more castings of Speak with Dead so the group can ask more questions of the gnome. Vajra gives each of them a potion of water breathing and then says, a young bronze dragon has taken up residence in Deepwater Harbor. It startled a few sailors recently, but it hasn't hurt anyone. Confront the dragon and learn its intentions. Anvil, Zindran, and Karn all go to the docks to rent a boat so they can find the bronze dragon. The party pays a silver to have a guy row them out into the harbor. They are having a nice leisurely boat ride on a cold, windy fall day. Karn remembers that a bronze dragon, it's a dragon, and it should be approached and treated as dangerous until proven otherwise. Immune to lightning and faster than the party members in all movement types. It is decided the party will row to the deepest part of the harbor, drop anchor, then have Zindran drink his potion of water breathing and jump overboard with a rope tied around his waist. Bait, so to speak. The young bronze dragon named Zelipharn uses a barnacle-covered shipwreck at the bottom of the deep harbor as a lair. He is friendly and tries to coax treasure out of the party. Zindran ends up giving Zelipharn his ring of jumping. Karn, meanwhile, introduces himself and asks, what are your intentions here in the harbor? The dragon responds, lives and fishes here. Karn responds with a follow-up question, what are your intentions toward the humanoids in and around the harbor? The dragon replies he likes to eat fish and wants treasure. Zelipharn tries to talk Anvil into giving him his armor. He also asks for a human sacrifice while winking at Anvil, Karn, and Zindran. Zelipharn then intimidates the sailor into tossing a silver piece to him. The party talks to the bronze dragon to determine that he's not a threat to the party. And the party earns 1 renown with Force Grey. Sadek ends up going to his meeting, or her meeting, with Davil. Davil says, there's a shop in the Trades Ward called Weird Bottles Concoctions. The gnome who runs it is a friend of ours named Schemo. He made some potions of mind reading for a client. I want you to pick up the potions and deliver them to the Godcatcher, one of the enormous statues in the castle ward. Give the potions to the lady in purple cloak and keep the tip. Sadek heads to the trade ward to visit the Weird Bottle Concoction. She researches how much it would cost to buy a potion of invisibility, and it's out of her price range. Sadek decides to deliver the potions to the Godcatcher and earns 15 platinum pieces and 1 renown with the Zentarum. Meanwhile, Varen goes to the North Ward City Watch Station to question the gnome again. Varen asks 10 questions to the gnome concerning the Stone of Galore. Varen asks, where was the stone when you were killed? The response was, in my possession. A follow-up question, were you working for the Galt Neverember? The response from the gnome was, yes, the true open lord of Waterdeep. Varen says, what did you expect Shenanigans Inc. to do with the stone? The gnome responded, protect it. 4, Varen follows up with, what does the stone look like? The gnome responds, it's glossy green-gray, will fit in the palm of your hand, and has 3 eyes on it. Varen asks, do you know where the Vault of Dragon is? The gnome responds, no, but the stone does. Varen then asks the gnome, where specifically in your possession was the stone? And the gnome responds, in the hand. Varen asks, who was chasing you? The gnome responds, the Zentarum and Xanathar Guild. Varen asks, was anyone from those chasing you near where you were killed? The gnome responds, a human with a snake tattoo on his forearm. The ninth question that Varen asks is Degalt trying to come back into power in Waterdeep? The response was no, but he's going to declare his name. And then the last question that Varen got to ask was, how can Degalt be contacted? The gnome responded, messenger, paper bird, to Neverwinter. The party eventually heads back to the Mead and Magic Tavern to talk about what they are going to do. During this conversation, the group discovers that there are two paths they can take. Path 1 is to visit the House of Inspired Hands to seek information about the constructs used in the parades. Path 2 is to visit Growland Villa, based on questions that were answered by the dead Zentarum member found outside the Mead and Magic after the fireball explosion. It was dark when the party arrived at Growland Villa. Hootie scouts the manor and sees a well-kept garden, grounds, and a shadowy figure near a tree, 3 paths in the garden, and no roaming guards. Sadek was the first to make it over the wall. Other members failed to climb the wall, but did not hurt themselves. However, their noise alerted some shadowy guards. Sadek had to deal with 3 shadowy figures until other members could get into position to assist him. Anvil was able to turn the shadowy figures, causing a few of them to run away. The party eventually defeated those shadowy foes. After their brief fight, the party snuck up on the front door. The combat outside had alerted 2 Zentarum members in the main hall. These Zentarum members had killed many Greyland guards, so they stood on either side of the door, hoping to surprise anyone coming through the door. However, Sadek was the first through the door, and she was able to detect the 2 figures hiding on either side of that door. Combat ensued, and eventually the Zentarum members were defeated. After killing the 2 guards, or the 2 criminals Zentarum, at the entrance to the manor, SI discovers there's 8 bodies with Growland livery and 2 additional Zentarum bodies on the first floor. The group also hears combat coming from upstairs, and this is where the session ended. All in all, the session was a pretty good session. I think we might have stopped a little early just because didn't want another combat to happen and then go over time. The party has earned 900 experience points each, putting them within reach of 4th level. The next session is this evening at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Thank you.